go above Qatar, and behind off Qantas. Singapore Airlines, SIA, is reclaiming the planet's longest non-stop flying. Of October, passengers will be capable to fly of Singapore to Newark, New Jersey, a travel how will get almost 19 several hours. The longest non-stop flying accessible at the time is Qatar's Auckland to Doha path. But reclaiming the planet's longest path is a bitter win for Singapore's domestic transporter. Of 2004 to 2013, it proposed the identical non-stop facility of Singapore's Changi Airport to Newark's World Airport that services New York Town. But a growth in oil prices, amongst some factors, intended the gas-guzzling aircraft it was with, Bus 1340-500, became too costly to work. The path was broken or, fortunately for the airline company, it was capable to back the jets to business. SIA is on to get its hands on a marked new bus pattern, that it hopes will do the non-stop Singapore to Newark path commercially sustainable once again. The 1350-900 ULR, ultra-length band, belongs to bus household of length range, twin brother engine plane how include been intended to substitute the older Boeing 777 episode. Bus reckons they use on 25% less than gas rather than the 777s did. Cathay and Singapore Airlines already work a quantity of -900s, as they are affectionately named during the production, through a quantity of length-haul means of communication. But the 1350-900 ULRs include been updated to encounter the requirements for non-stop Singapore to Newark air transportation. These plane include the longest ability of any plane flyer present, says Sean Shelter, an bus representative in Singapore. They can fly for up to 9,700 maritime miles non-stop, house above 20 several hours of flyer period. And they can do how, since we include updated the current gas framework so they can conduct and further 24,000 liters of gas. No, down there's no economics. Fair industry grade and prize economics. SIA's new planes will chair 161, consisting 67 industry passengers and 94 prize economics passengers. House compared to 253 seats through 4 persons classes on SIA's some ONE 350900s. If they had economic seats as so, it would indicate more than human beings, and more than way on executive board, explains Alice Taylor, of the on the internet publishing Flight Global. Singapore Airlines is as well manufacturing it really precise how the is a prize facility and how fares will be high rather than regular. But Mr. Taylor predicts SIA will not fight to get human beings on executive board. Down there is now actual client consumer demand, especially of industry nomadic people, he says. While SIA recent managed such air transportation, time season, it emerging to show how down there was consumer demand for human beings to fly non-stop of the US to Singapore, and in trading relations increasing, how marketplace has grown up. Compared to older jets, the 1350-900 ULRs include high ceilings, greater windows and light intended to bring jet lag. But if you don't aware really lot on planes, you perhaps win note lot else, says Jeffrey Thomas, text editor-in-chief of airline company ranking website. This aircraft's get-off way has been enlarged to enable it to conduct more than gas in its current pod setup, how's the largest distinction, he explains. New technique as well allows for high moisture configure, and reduce cockpit height configure, he adds. The convenience comes at a considerable cost, yet, in prize economics prices range of on 2,200 Singapore dollar, $1,649, 1,229 pounds, to more than rather than dual how for accession standard industry tickets. Time several passengers would beam at the concept of creature over the clouds for the top portion of a date. Down there are obviously quite who choose to escape stopovers, though if they're traveling in economics. In 2005, a Boeing plane flew a recording-breaking 13,422 miles the incorrect path of Post Kong to London, how is, the much longer path above the Silent, the Joint State and the Atlantic Sea. Jeffrey Thomas was on executive board, in 35 other It was largest pleasant, says Mr. Thomas. I loathe break, on in largest industry nomadic people down there's testimony to show how while an airline company giving a non-stop flying, down there is a threefold raise of traffic on how path, he adds. Bus and Boeing are now work on a draft named Qantas Rising Sun, that would propose Australia's banner transporter a aircraft how could conduct 300 passengers of Sydney to London or New York to Sydney, out of break. The path has been outlined as the definitive border of aircraft. Bus is examining how spy floor asleep pods in the goods region of the special aircraft, a bit love the asleep pods how are stipulated for flying and cockpit team on several length haul air transportation. Some goods areas may though be rotated in meeting rooms, or act areas for family. Meantime, he's been rumored how Air New Zealand is trading for a aircraft how will conduct passengers non-stop of Auckland to New York. But how far is too far while it comes to ultra-length drag? I don't believe we will see lot for 21 several hours, as how kind of flying nearly relating any two worth points on the ball, says Mr. Thomas. The much longer the air transportation go, the more than they are the provincial of industry or prize economics passengers, since of the convenience levels require, he added. Possessing told how, Qantas is receive great feedback loop on its Perth to London flying of economics passengers, so who very knows. Further accountability by Anna Nicolaci da Costa.